The sacred relics of Buddha. India's gift to Bhutan king. Wars have been fought over them. Tracing Buddha and India-Bhutan link. Tracing Buddha and India-Bhutan link.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Explained by NewsX. On your screen, you can see the Indian loaned set of sacred relics associated with the Buddha to Bhutan. These relics are part of the collection kept at the National Museum, New Delhi, which are loaned for a special exposition in Bhutan as part of a larger global peace gathering. The relics will be enshrined in Thimphu for public veneration at the Tashichozong during the festival. Bhutan has been hosting a high-profile spiritual and cultural gathering reported as a global peace prayer festival which brings together Buddhist communities, visiting delegates and pilgrims. The Indian government arranged for sacred relics to be temporarily enshrined at Queenry Hall, Tashichozong, Thimphu, so that Bhutanese and international pilgrims attending the festival can pay obeisance. Well, this move by the Indian government strengthens cultural ties, supports Bhutan's role as the Buddhist majority nation, and the festival's message of regional peace. Buddha relics are the sacred remains or objects associated with Siddhartha Gautama. The Buddha relics are of specific types. The first is bone or bone fragment relics. These are tiny fragments of the Buddha's cremated remains. They are also called sarira. The best known set in India are the Kapil Vastu. These bone fragments were discovered in 1898 and now protected in Indian institutions. Subsets of these bone relics have been taken abroad for exposition in the past as well. The second relic is the ash casket. These are small metal or stone containers found inside ancient stupas that held ashes, beads or other votive material associated with the remains. An important relic casket unearthed at Vaishali in mid-20th century excavations and is now a centerpiece of Bihar's new Buddha Samyak Darshan Museum. The third type of relics are jewels, ornaments and gems which are found with reliquaries. Archaeological accounts from Piprava record jewelry and gemstones inside the coffer with bone ash relics. These objects have repeatedly been the subject of provenance and repatriation debates. The fourth are relics of eminent disciples or monastics. Some exhibitions also include relics attributed to the Buddha's chief disciples. For example, relics associated with Sariputta and Mogalanna, Sanskrit Modgalge, and these are kept at sites like Sanchi and have been loaned for international displays. The key find spots and collections of these relics include UP, Bihar and Sanchi, and the first is the Piprava or Kapil Vastu area. This is the present-day Uttar Pradesh or border region with Nepal. The 1898 Piprava excavation recovered small vases or coffers with bone fragments, gold and gems. The second site is Vaishali in Bihar. Excavations in 1958 to 62 uncovered a relic casket and remains of an ancient relic stupa. Those relics have been central to the new Buddha Samyak Darshan Museum and Memorial Stupa inaugurated in 2025. The third site is Sanchi. Sites across central and northern India have produced reliquaries or later inscriptions claiming enshrinement of relics of the Buddha or his disciples. The ancient site of Ramagrama, traditionally said to have an undisturbed relic stupa that was not plundered by Ashoka. Let's understand the transfer of these relics to Bhutan. Well, the reigning monarch is His Majesty King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk and the Queen is Her Majesty Jetsun Pema Wangchuk. The King has been a visible international figure promoting gross national happiness, sustainable development and cultural diplomacy. The royal couple often play ceremonial roles at major national religious events. India transported the relics under strict museum and security protocols which included special caskets, delegations including senior monks and officials. The relics are treated as state guests during such loans. In Thimphu, they will be enshrined for public veneration in the Zong's Kundre Hall, part of special exhibitions and rituals. And after the festival, the relics will return to the National Museum in New Delhi. These expositions are governed by cultural property rules, museum conservation standards, and ceremony protocols agreed between India and the host state. Buddhism is foundational to Bhutan's national identity and everyday life. A large majority of Bhutanese follow Mahayana or Vajrayana traditions. Monastic institutions are central to social, cultural, and ceremonial life. Hosting relics amplifies Bhutan's spiritual role in the Himalayan Buddhist world and supports the festival's message of regional harmony. The Buddha's life story is anchored to several pilgrimage sites in India and neighboring Nepal. The birthplace of Buddha is Lumbini in Nepal. Bodh Gaya in Bihar is the site of the Enlightenment. A Mahabodhi temple has been established there to commemorate this site. Sarnath in Varanasi area of UP marks his first sermon. Kushinagar in UP is his death place, also known as Parinirvana. India has increasingly used sacred relic expositions as cultural diplomacy. The National Museum's relics have been sent as state-level expositions to Mongolia in 2022, Thailand in 2024, and recently to Russia's Kalmykia in 2025. All of these had accompanying delegations of senior monks and government representatives. On your screens, you can see people in Bangkok traveling to see the relics of Buddha transferred there in 2024 by India. Such loans are framed as friendship gestures to Buddhist communities abroad and form a soft power strand of India's cultural outreach. India and state governments or Bihar and UP have been investing in the Buddhist circuit. This circuit includes new museums and memorial stupas, heritage parks around Piprava, Kapilvastu, improved pilgrim amenities, and international promotion to attract Buddhist pilgrims from Asia. But the lineage of Buddha is not without disputes. China promotes Tibetan Buddhism and cultural claims around Himalayan Buddhist sites and often highlights Tibetan language lineages. This has occasionally led to diplomatic sensitivity about Buddhist heritage and pilgrimage access. Pakistan has custodial claims over some Buddhist archaeological sites and promotes its Gandharan heritage internationally. Disputes over ownership of artifacts tend to be complex colonial-era provenance issues rather than straightforward national claims. According to the last published official census in 2011, Buddhists numbered about 8.5 million, around 0.7% of the population. The largest concentrations are in Maharashtra and in the Himalayan and northeastern states and Ladakh. Relics are both sacred objects and symbols of cultural diplomacy, and India's stewardship of ancient reliquaries in fact allows it to place those objects in regional festivals and expositions, strengthening spiritual ties with countries like Bhutan, Thailand, Mongolia, and even parts of Russia where Buddhism is important. The current Bhutan exposition at the Global Peace Prayer Festival is therefore simultaneously devotional, leads to public veneration and diplomatic regional goodwill and heritage cooperation as well.
The sacred relics of Buddha, India's gift to Bhutan king. Wars have been fought over them. Tracing Buddha and India-Bhutan link. Tracing Buddha and India-Bhutan link.